Thank you, I'd like to welcome everybody and call the meeting to order today. Our first order is to have Gil Bridges come up with an opening prayer for us. Gil, would you please come up?
Who, me?
Yes, that would be you. I know better.
How's everybody today? This must be the place to be on Tuesday afternoon, isn't it, crowd?
Every other Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
Well, if you came to others, you'd be lonely, wouldn't you?
You probably would.
I'm gonna read a little bit out of Romans, if you don't mind. Replies to what's going on here. Bless those who persecute you, and bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice, and weep with those who weep. Be of the same mind toward one another. Do not be haughty in mind, but associate with the lowly. Do not be wise in your own estimation. Never pay back evil for evil to anyone. Respect what is right in the sight of all men, if possible. So far as it depends on you, be at peace with all men. And it's skipping down to chapter 13. And this is what applies as much as any of it. Every person is to be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those which exist are established by God. Now don't get the big head and think he put you in place just for that, but he allows, if he wouldn't allow you, you couldn't be around this table. And the Lord appoints a lot of people, and we do a lot of Bible study, and through the years he's used evil people and good people to do his work. And so you got to decide which one of those you're going to be and do his work. Let's pray. Gracious Heavenly Father, I do thank you for these in this room, for all, Lord, that somebody's got to be out running this city. They can't be in this room. But Lord, we ask your blessings upon it, especially the ones around this table, the clerks, the heads of departments, the police, the fire people. Lord, they all need your blessings. We ask for your hand of protection on all of them. Lord, when Solomon was made king, he asked for wisdom that he might rule your people correctly. Lord, I ask that same question, I ask that same prayer for these people. Lord, give them wisdom that they may honor you and glorify you with what they do here today and every day. That there may be unity, as these words have said. There may be kindness one to another as they go about the business of our little town. Lord, I pray for our county. I pray for our nation. Lord, bless our president and all those in government. Keep us safe. We pray, Lord, that this conflict in Iran can end in the way you'd have it end, that you'd be glorified. And that in all things, Lord, let your hand be upon us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Gil.
Okay, I'm out.
Thank you.
Mayor, would you, Mayor Tubbs, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Yes, sir. Stand to the flag, please. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes.
To all in attendance pursuant to the order by the Board of Aldermen adopted March 1, 2022, in order to address the mayor and the Board of Aldermen, you must be signed in on the agenda, and pursuant to the order adopted March 23, you must sign the sign-in sheet with complete address. All right, now
Mayor,
yes,
later in the meeting, I want to address that just for a minute later.
that's all right. Very good.
Yeah.
You want to just say that with the last when we get to the very end?
I have some comments about that.
Okay. All right, we have in front of us the agenda for today. Is any deletions, corrections? Barry, you have something maybe?
Mayor, I'll ask you on the pay request agenda, please remove numbers 4 and 5 of the pay request made by the police department. Please remove those for further investigation to be brought back later or deleted completely.
Okay, number 4 and 5.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
I have something for executive session.
Okay, very good, sir. All right, is any addition? All right, I'll accept the motion as amended. Motion made by Jimmy, seconded by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries. I see no opposition. We have before us also the minutes for April 21. Any additions, corrections that need to be made? If I hear none, I accept the motion.
On 688 and 698, there's some corrections that gotta be made.
All right, sir.
688. The last sentence, right above MDAH, it says it has no objective to the following, that should be no objection to the project. That's MDA's non-objection letter to the installation of the tornado shelter that the water bill is going to be torn down. And then on 698, at the third line, to the bottom of that paragraph, it says, this is talking about the signing of the agreement if you want to propose an annexation, if you can. It says agreement by her spouse, and any other owner. Her or her spouse doesn't make sense there. It needs to be William and Kayla Jones and any other person.
You have those.
And that needs to be, I mean, y'all can make it on your own, but Sully can make those corrections, and that'll be in the official minutes.
Okay.
Mayor, I'd make a motion that we approve the minutes with the changes that the council recommended.
All right, so motion made by Jimmy, second by Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda, pay request agenda.
All right. Very good, all right. A motion made by Stan, and second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. I see no opposition. All right, we have, no, that takes care of that. We have one visitor, Pam Roberts. You're here. Would you mind coming up, please? Introduce yourself. We've had a chance to meet before. We're glad you're here.
Thank you so very much, Mayor. I appreciate it so much. I am so happy to be here with all of you today and under some exciting times for the community of Batesville and for Panola County. As he said, my name is Pam Roberts, and I'm the acting administrator now at the hospital. To tell you that you're in great hands, that's going to be your own opinion, but I do have many years as a hospital administrator. I started out as chief financial officer before most of you were born, and did that for about 13 years, and then I ended up being the chief executive officer of Wells and Baptist Memorial Hospital in Boonville, Mississippi for about 5 years. Then I went to Methodist Healthcare and then on to Community Health Systems based out of Nashville and stayed with them for 15 plus years, and with Quorum Healthcare Corporation for 5 years, all in administrator position roles. And all of them have been in rural community hospitals. Never been in a large facility. It's always been, for me, it's about the communities that we serve in, and we are there to take care of the people in the community. I am so excited about the transition of the hospital here at Batesville to the new ownership, strategic, out of Flowood, Mississippi. Some of you, I think, have had the opportunity to meet Mr. McMahon and Terry Thornton, probably, who is his CFO. They have been nothing but supportive of our hospital here. They have helped us through some trying times in the last few months in trying to get things, I would say, back on a really good track to producing new streams of revenue for the hospital and new service lines that serve our community. Some of you may or may not know we've started doing vascular procedures at the hospital here in the last, probably starting the first week of March, but Dr. Dana Garavito from Flowood, Mississippi is interventional radiologist, and he does peripheral artery disease, so for people that have poor circulation in their lower legs and feet, that he can address some of those issues. And also Dr. Thomas Hodgkiss, who is from the South Haven area, and he is starting to do procedures. As a matter of fact, he has cases scheduled for this Friday at the hospital, and John Scallions, who is one of the nurse practitioners that works with him, is seeing patients on Wednesday at the hospital. So we're delighted to have those two people beginning to bring a new opportunity for our community to be able to utilize those services where they don't have to go elsewhere for their health care, as I've always said. We want to keep what we can do here at home and looking at the avenues of which we can provide more care for the people. There are challenges right now in healthcare with primary medicine in small communities and trying to recruit the right people and the right subspecialists in the communities, whether it be cardiologist or like ENT, those types of services to come to the community. But we're talking with both a cardiologist and a gastroenterologist. So hopefully before too long, we will see, some movement toward having those positions locally here for our community. The one thing that I would just like to leave you with is, as I've shared with the staff at this hospital and everyone that I've been here, is that our community that we serve and the employees that work for the hospital, I tell them all the time, they don't get to be just 100% every day. Because if you have an illness or an accident that leads you to Methodist Hospital in Memphis or Baptist, you'll go up there and you'll have staff that take care of you and you'll never see them again. You'll probably barely remember their names for the most part. Not that you don't get good care, but it's just you don't know those people. When you're dealing with the people here in our community and our employees, they're the people that you see at the football game on Friday night, at church on Sunday morning, and at the grocery store on Thursday afternoon. So our job is not just 100%, it has to be 110%, because we have to take care of the people that we love and the people that we're serving here in our community. So I'm happy to try and entertain any questions that you have. I am so excited about the opportunities. We do have some positions available right now. We're looking for radiology technologists, if you all know any, please send them our way. And we've got a few nursing positions that off the top of my head, I know that we're looking for, particularly in the surgery department. As we're growing that department, we're going to have some more surgical nurses. But again, we're looking to see that the things that we do, we want to do really, really well, and we want to make sure that our community understands that, we want to be better than the best. We don't want to give anybody the thought they have to go further for their health care than right here. The things that we can do, and we want to do those the best that we can for our community. Is there anything else that I can answer for anybody?
Pamela, we just wish you the very best. I'm speaking for everybody in this room. We hope you're a big time success out there. We need
This is what I
y'all.
love. I've done this all my entire career. I've loved this, and I love helping take care of people. My background was not clinical. I feel like I've kind of earned a clinical degree by osmosis through the years. But the thing that I always remember is, and I actually shared this with someone Friday, that the most important thing that I do is when somebody comes across that threshold at the hospital, is I feel like it's my job to make sure that they're getting the safest, best care that they can. And I try to always remember that. If it were my dad or my mom or my grandson, that's who's coming across that threshold that we got to take care of. And that makes me be a better person and hopefully a better administrator for the people that we serve.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all
Thank
come.
you.
I don't want you to come see us as a patient, but please drop by the hospital. Of course, if you do need a hospital, we're there for you. But please feel free. And if any of you have any problems with a family member or community member, please, I can't fix it if I don't know about it. So please feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Panona Partnership.
Mayor, we have something for executive session, please.
All right, so good. North Delta Planning.
Good afternoon, board. I'm Darrell Dixon with North Delta Planning Development District. We're administrators for several of your state and federally funded projects. I have two items recommended for your action today. This is in regards to action you previously took on DIP grant application. DIP is the Development Infrastructure Program of Mississippi Development Authority, and the state of Mississippi through the Mississippi Development Authority has made funds available for a DIP grant based on economic development project that you have going on. In our previous discussion about this, you all approved a resolution of authorization for $176,000 amount for the DIP grant. Since that time, there were changes that were enforced by regulatory agencies where the cost of that project has gone up. Thankfully, Mississippi Development Authority has made additional funds available to take care of that issue. And so I think I provided for you the letter from Mississippi Development Authority noting that they made additional funds available. So what I have for you today is two items. Is a revised resolution of authorization for the higher amount, being an amount of $386,549 would be the amount of the grant. And the resolution of authorization notes that the city's requirement is then to provide 10% of that amount in matching funds. It's kind of like your skin in the game requirement. And in our previous discussions, the city had determined that they would be able to do that with in-kind services. And I believe it's noted that you can cover even the higher amount, which 10% of that would be $38,654, but you should be able to cover that with in-kind services as well. So one is the resolution of authorization. The other is the memorandum of agreement. The memorandum of agreement is what ties you to the economic development project, so that if for any reason it didn't work out the way it was supposed to, you all can go after the beneficiaries and get recoup the funds that you would have been out of. So I have those two
We need
recommended for your
signatures on
approval.
both of those.
Yeah, one is a resolution that would.
All right, do one at a time.
All right, so the first one would be the resolution of authorization for municipal government. It would record those who made the motion in the second and record the vote and have the mayor authorized to sign along with the attestation by the city clerk.
All right, everybody agrees, motion by Stan, second by Dennis, any further discussion, all in favor? All right, that motion carries, no opposition.
All right, and so I'll leave this with the clerk because it does need the information
All right.
about the
We'll do that,
vote.
and the other?
The other is the memorandum of agreement. Again, this is the agreement that then goes between you and the beneficiaries, so that for any reason the project didn't work out the way it was supposed to, you all have a legal arm to be able to go back and recoup those funds from the beneficiaries.
All right,
That's
sir.
good, that's more important than the other.
All right, motion made by Stan, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
Now your signature
All right.
goes there.
I'm glad you're doing this, Darrell, not me.
All right, I'm glad to be doing it.
Very good.
All right. And I'll take this and get your electronic
Okay.
copies and forward the information that we have on to Mississippi Development Authority. That's all I have for your action today, unless y'all have any questions or concerns for me.
Darrell, you had mentioned, you and Blake, about needing to set up a work session. It's 2 or 3 meetings ago. Y'all desired to set up a work session to update us on several projects more in depth. Mayor, we need to get that set up. They've maybe at the end of the meeting, we can set a date and you can get back with them to coordinate it, but we need to get that going.
All right, let me coordinate with you and Darrell, which would be a good day, and then we'll do the same thing with Blake, and then we'll set a meeting. I think it'd be good just to set a day to come in and have to do that. All right.
Flexible, whatever.
All right, very good.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
appreciate that, Jim. All right, Hugh McDaniel, are you here representing the public hearing? All right, why don't you come forward?
Good evening. I'm here and standing in for Mr. Beard here on there. Got we have 4 requests for Mayor and Board of Aldermen use permits for the downtown business district. First one present is Nate Bale. Is he here?
Tell us what you got in mind, sir.
So I am a nephrologist, a kidney doctor that lives here in Batesville. I practice mainly in Oxford. I have a dialysis unit there in Sardis that I go to. And we are in the process of buying a building on 101 Eureka Street and turning that into a nephrology office where we'll see chronic kidney disease. We'll be open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and then 8 to 3 on Fridays is the plan. I guess that's kind of the gist of it right now. Any questions?
Boy, that's great, but I have to ask, is anybody here in opposition? I'm gonna say once and that's it, okay.
This was approved by the planning commission?
Yes, also the planning commission recommended approval.
Okay.
Outstanding, okay. Any further questions with the board?
So
All
moved.
right, motion made by Jimmy, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? Got it, thank you. Good luck to you, thank you so much, appreciate it.
Next is Ms. Tawanda Beauclair, request to allow a hair salon at 115 Eureka. Also, I get a chance to come over to the commission recommended.
All right. Ms. Beauclair, would you come forward, please? And then tell us what you are and what your plans are.
I'm Tawanda Beauclair, I'm not a big talker. I'm Tawanda Beauclair, owner of Tawanda's Hair Boutique. I'm currently in Charleston, but I would love to move back to Panola County because that's where my biggest clientele, Panola County and Oxford. So I would like to move back to Panola County. Yeah.
All right, good. You've met before the planning commission, they approved it. Is anyone here in opposition to Ms. Beauclair?
I have a couple of questions.
Questions, all right?
Okay.
Ms. Beauclair, what are your hours gonna be at this place? What are you planning on doing?
Wigs and hair extension. That's the only thing I deal with, hair loss and hair extension. I work Tuesday through Friday and some Saturday, 2 Saturdays out of the month. Those are working days, and I only work by appointments.
Yes, ma'am. I was telling, could you tell me kind of what the hours are? What they're gonna be? So,
9 until maybe 6:30 or 7.
9 to 6? you say?
6:30 or 7.
Or to 7, okay.
Because I live in Tallahatchie County, so I don't want to be too dark when I go home.
Okay, and what days again, please, ma'am?
Tuesday through Friday and 2 Saturdays out of a month.
Tuesday through Friday and 2 Saturdays a month.
Right.
So you won't be open on Sunday or Monday?
No. Those are my 2 off days.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I'm good with it.
Motion made by Stan, seconded by Carl. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alonzo Ford requests a boutique, 115 Eureka Street.
She's not present.
She's not present. Okay, thank you. Move to the next one.
All right, wait just a minute. Was she approved or not approved?
She was disapproved. Denied. I'm sorry, denied.
Okay, very good.
Carmen, let me ask a question here. Since she's not here, and she was denied by the planning commission, do we have the authority to act on that?
Yeah, I would say you could, because if she did go for the planning commission, they would not approve it, or recommend it rather. And if y'all want to go ahead and rule on it without her being here to present the evidence, I guess you could do that.
I'd like to do that if I could. Mayor, I'm gonna make a motion that we disallow this business.
Okay, all right. And me a second. By Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries.
You want to
Move on.
that no more?
Yeah, she was given proper notice and you
All right.
so good.
Melinda Jenkins requests to allow a life coach practice at 150 Public Square. Planning Commission recommended. Ms. Jenkins is out of town, and not able to attend the meeting. Included with her application is a detailed letter outlining her proposed business.
All right.
Which building is that here? Which building is that?
150 Public Square. I'm not sure which one.
It's next door to us, Jimmy, and Helen Kelly's office.
Oh, okay.
Do y'all know anything about this lady?
Know anything about Melinda Jenkins? She's a 30-year paramedic, flight medic. She was a paramedic instructor at Northwest Community College.
Okay.
I think she goes to Hosanna Baptist Church.
Yep.
Okay.
She's a good lady.
Okay. Well, that's good enough for me. That's what you say.
Is anyone here in opposition to this? I see no opposition. All right, is there a motion? Motion made by Stan to approve. Second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carried. All right, Huey, you did good.
Thank you.
Would y'all back up, did y'all even have the hearing on the one you denied? Did you actually do it, open up a hearing?
Well, I thought we did. And I said, I asked if she was given notice.
Yeah, okay. So she.
Yeah, the mayor has to do.
I wasn't paying that close attention to what was going on. But you done open the hearing. Did you ask for any opposition?
All right, well, let me just so there won't be
Yeah.
clarification.
Because you allow somebody, you had two people that didn't come, one you denied, and the other you allowed because.
Right.
You got
And we
a
asked-
recommendation of it.
Right, and we approved, one, denied the other. Shalonda Ford was, not present. I asked, was she given notice?
Yeah.
Is there anyone here that in support of her or in opposition? And, I see no one. And since the planning commission did not recommend this, I think the city board acted upon that recommendation not to allow that. And then the same one with Ms. Jenkins, she was not here, she was notified, but we had someone that knows her and recommended her, and so we acted on that and approved that. All
The
right?
planning commission recommended that too.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Carmen. Don't let me get away with something.
Yeah.
I just think it'd
You
be,
did-
No, it's good.
it'd be smoother if he.
No, that's exactly right.
You did right.
I'm all with you.
Okay.
All right, Mendroff Engineering.
Let's have a bid open, if that's okay.
All right, yeah.
We'd like to
We're ready.
take the council's pass, so we'd like to only one, so. This is for, as you know, we have a clarifier project going on. Actually, Hempfield has a contract with the city to redo the clarifiers at the treatment plant under the 592 money funding. And this is for clarifier covers, because when we bid out the first one, we were not sure we were going to have enough funding. So it looks like we had enough funding to be able to try to see if we can get a bid on the clarifier covers, and that is what this is the covers for the clarifiers. So we have, it looks like we have one bid, Hempfield Construction, Mississippi Certificate of Responsibility is 02449-MC. We did not have an addendum. And bonding information is here. Yes, bonding information is here included. So, what we had asked for was two alternatives. And one is for $650,905. And the alternate bid was for a different type of cover, $559,045, 559,045 for the alternate bid. I just asked if we can take these under advisement, that way we can review our funding, and we will get back with you.
All right, motion made by Jimmy, taken under advisement, seconded by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. So there was only one bid for
One
that.
bid.
Okay, thank you.
And I don't have anything else unless you have questions. I'll be here if Nick needs me on any of our other projects.
All right. Thank you, sir. Monroe County Board of Supervisors. Any state or federal people? Anyone engaged in contractual business with the city? Nogan? All right. And we got the bids. Julie, are you back up to report, please?
and complaint reports. I have them. I think y'all have a copy of those.
Yeah, we got it.
Already on there. Planning Commission minutes for April meeting, you got a copy of those there. And set a hearing for a variance request June 2nd, 2026 for Blockers.
Motion made by Stan, second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? All in favor? And the motion carries then.
All right, final plot of approval for Covenant Crossing lots 13A and 13B.
Okay. Motion made by Stan, second by Dennis. All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition.
Thanks, sir.
We like you in here.
Did you check on that on Bass Street?
I have.
Pretty tough, wasn't it?
Yes, the city was going down there. The owner, the overseer said she thought it was on the city, and I got to get back with Bubba was going down there to look at it, and I have not talked back with him. She said if it was not the city, she was going to get it taken care of.
What about the dog?
I had talked with the owner of the dog.
The dog did get out there.
Yeah, I got you. I have not spoken with him on it, but I need to keep it Bubba.
All right, very good.
And I'll try to have you something before the evening, or we can let you know whether it's the city or.
Thank you. All right, Deputy Police Chief.
I don't have anything, Mayor, unless y'all have something for me, I'll take care of me. Just a brief reminder, today is the 5th of May, as in some circles is known as Cinco de Mayo, which is known to have a little trouble on this day. So everybody can expect checkpoints, extra patrol, and walk through at restaurants tonight. Anybody needs anything, they can call
Hey,
me.
Bear, come around here. I'm gonna talk to you for a minute. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. My son graduated May 23rd. It's kind of like a block party. Really, ain't no party, man. It's really like a barbecue, I got the pals over there. I'm gonna have about 4 or 5 pals, and we just gonna have a good time. I just want maybe y'all can cut off one side of the road for a little while, a few hours, and just have a good time for my son's graduation.
I don't have a problem with it. What I would like to do, if we're gonna do that, let's get with you and get some barricades, and let's block off what you want blocked off.
Okay.
And just, I don't foresee any problems, but just you remain open to communication with me, where if there are any problems, I can talk directly to you. But other than that, if the board approves it, I have no trouble.
Okay.
What time?
Graduation started, I said maybe about 2, start by 2.
I mean, I'm good. You
2
call
about
me,
6.
you call me with the time, we'll get you.
Okay, I get with you on that. Okay.
As long as the board approves it, I'm good with it.
What street? What street?
Armstrong. Yeah.
Which Armstrong, you can get from both ends. So
Right about the church?
Yeah, right by the church. Ain't no drinking or nothing, everything going on. You just want to have a good time.
I don't have a problem with it, Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all.
Very good.
How do we y'all normally approve
Yeah,
those?
it's got to be in the.
We have to approve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't,
Okay.
we probably just need to go through the normal steps like we do everybody else.
Yeah.
Mayor, I'd make a motion to close Armstrong Street from 2 to 6 on that date in May in accordance with the police department, with the understanding there's no trouble that the police department opens it back up, do what they gotta do.
For through traffic.
Yes.
For street traffic.
All right, motion by Jimmy, second by Wiz. All in favor? Motion carries. Thank you.
Carl, you just stay in contact with me if there's any trouble. I'll be out that day anyway for graduation, so.
Thank you, Bear. I will.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
Anything else?
That'd be all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Comments, anything at this time?
Yes, I've got,
Okay.
I think we can always look it over for me.
Okay.
If somebody decides otherwise, y'all just stop me.
But go ahead.
It's 3 things. It's the resolution, it's the final step in the process of selling that land to Tallahassee Valley Electric Power Association for the charging station for electric vehicles. It just authorizes the execution of the closing documents, acknowledges receipt of the letter from the Department of Archives and History that there's no objection, and it's got a copy of the plat and the description attached to it. I don't know if y'all read it, but it's basically the same one you do every time we get to this point to sell land.
All right.
Need a motion to proceed.
Just need to adopt it, yes. Once you adopt it, we'll start signing documents.
So my motion made by Jimmy to adopt the motion, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? Our motion carries, no opposition.
The next thing is an ordinance, addressing the zoning ordinance And the need for this arises out of my negotiations with Silicon Ranch. You know, they want to donate some land to the city out there to build a public road on, the land between them and the Interstate 55 right away. And there are several concerns. We're trying to get a document signed that contains the entire agreement. And one of their concerns has been, once the city builds that road, then their panels, their solar panels, are probably not going to be in compliance with the setback requirements. And so they suggested all sorts of ways to address that, and I told them I thought the best way to do it was to add some language to our zoning ordinance that's similar to non-conforming use, where if the city annexes some property and it's property being used for a purpose that's not appropriate in a particular zone, they get to stay there as long as it doesn't, you know, disappear, fall down and everything.
Like a grandfather.
Yes, grandfather, so that they would grandfather, and the difference between this and a non-conforming use is that if they had to replace it or repair it or rebuild it, they could rebuild it with the same footprint. In other words, they can't come any closer to the road, but they would stay where they are and be still, they would be an allowed non-compliance as long as they stay in that footprint. And so, I mean, y'all don't have to adopt that today. You may want to think about that, and I can share other solutions for that, but I'd rather do that in executive session because they get kind of, they're not as easy to do as this one is.
You want to wait to executive session?
Well, I will tell you what their solution, what they asked me, the Tanner Hamilton, their attorney, suggested another way to do that, and I'll do that in executive session. And then the other ordinance is the one about the appointment and selection of members of the planning commission. Y'all asked me to do an ordinance on that, so I've done that. And y'all may want to study that, talk about that before we adopt it. But I did that in response to your request at the last meeting.
Any movement on that? We're gonna hold off of that, or
Whatever y'all
what? Everybody knew what we were gonna do.
Just take it under advisement.
Take it under advisement at this point. Okay, very good. All right, second, all in favor? All right, motion by Jimmy and then Stan. Motion carries. All right, thank you, Tom. Sean, is anything for you today? All right, Fire Chief Snyder, please.
I got Linda. All right. James Snyder, Bates Fire Chief. I had two things on here. One's an emergency repair for engine number 13. The radiator busted in it, and we had to get it repaired. The problem was, the reason it's so high was the radiator was so high. Luckily, the people that repaired it went out and they found the one we had was plastic, and the one that they found with the exact same specs was metal. So they put the metal one in there, the aluminum one in there, and it was cheaper. It was $3,000 cheaper. So, but if y'all don't mind, I need to get this emergency repair approved.
Wait, let me.
Okay, sure.
You didn't fill out there's just 2 pages of that. You didn't fill out the second page. Didn't you teach you? Is that why you didn't get it right? Did you show it right?
No, I did mine right.
You got a lot of practice.
I mean, you got to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do the circles.
You gonna have to pay for
You
it.
got to do the circles. That's the soul of the whole thing. Put it out of here. Go, you get part of my command.
Get it all together, come back and work.
Don't make this, look.
3 and 6.
Look at 3, 4, and 6, see if they work.
3 definitely does, because it's an unforeseen. And 6 is because I really need that truck, so it's one of our frontline phones.
What about 4?
That one too.
That's called leading the witness.
I apologize.
That ain't allowed on the record.
I apologize for that, but yes, sir, I really need
I
that
meant to let you-
truck.
I didn't mean, I meant to call you this morning, I forgot about it.
I see the way you do it, I see that you're trying to get me that way. I appreciate that very much.
I knew you would.
Hey, he's just trying to keep us out of jail.
Amen, brother, hey, I told my wife, I said, I ain't going to jail for nobody.
Yeah.
All right, so the second thing that I had.
Wait just a minute.
I'm sorry.
We gotta approve it.
Can we move on or what? I mean.
Oh, no, as long as y'all, once he gives you the reason.
He's got it corrected.
You got it correct? All right, get a motion for that.
All right, motion made by Stan, second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, you got it.
Thank you, sir.
Who first?
Yes, sir.
I can't go into. All right. This other one is, I had it on the thing, but it got forgotten on accident. So what it is that I'd like to, permission to seek specs for a new fire extinguisher prop. This fire extinguisher prop will come out of the risk reduction account. What that was is 25 years ago when we started all this fire safety education, me and Rip and all of us people would just donate money to us. And so we only want it used for fire safety material, fire safety stuff. So we've been buying, like, we bought fire extinguishers one time with money and all that stuff. And our fire extinguisher prop that we have uses fire extinguishers, the real fire extinguishers. Well, they have a shelf life. They all have expired. So it's either we're gonna have to buy a bunch of fire extinguishers, which are outrageous, and keep them filled up, or we can go to this new advanced one, and then we'll cut out propane and everything else. This one here comes with a TV and a little fake fire extinguisher with a laser on it. If you don't put it out right, it won't go out. And I'd like to know permission to seek specs.
All right. All right, motion made by Carl, second by Stan. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carried.
Thank y'all very much. I just got one more matter for executive session.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Rodney Holly, Batesville Civic Center. While Roger's coming up, I got a letter yesterday bragging on you and the Southern Flea Market, how wonderful it was. This from the lady Sandy that was there, and all the support, and the vendors enjoyed it, and she was most pleased with it. So that came to me. I don't know whether you got a copy or not.
I did not. Thank you, sir. Very much. Always nice to get thank you notes. Recognition.
Yes, it is.
Team effort. I'm Rodney Holly with the Batesville Civic Center. So grateful to be here. Thanks for this opportunity. Got a lot to cover today. And I will start with my first thing, which is the reverse auction that we did for the main arena sound system that we have been working on for quite a while. I believe you have copies of that in your book. And based on the report from Central Bidding, we did have 4 companies that were approved to submit pricing. And only CTI, which is D. Perry, submitted pricing during the reverse auction. And the bid amount was $226,761.62 for a main arena sound system upgrade.
All right, we can approve that.
If I understand it, he's got one bid.
Went on the reverse auction. He had 4 people sign up, but only one did. All right.
What does that tell us, Colin? Anything? If we good?
Rodney, do you want to move forward with this one? Are you comfortable with all this?
I am. It met the spec.
Mayor, we make a motion to move forward.
Good, all right. Motion made by Jimmy, second by Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries for opposition.
So move forward.
Will that money come out of tourism?
It was,
Yeah, come out of tourism. No.
Yeah.
And in that motion, tourism, it needs, one needs to come out of tourism.
I'll put that in mind.
Yes, sir. Not out of general. Okay.
I have, with the assistance of the mayor, just an update on, as of today, I wanted to bring you about up to speed on what we have hosted since the start of January, and this is a list of everything, and I'm very proud of this. There's a lot of variety there, a lot of different items. We did get an excellent national review from a magazine that said the Civic Center can accommodate any event that walks in the door. And to me, that's what we're gonna go with and focus on, that we can turn that thing into a lot of different things for different events. With that up there, 23 events, over 29,500 people that walk through our doors. That's not including walking track, and also the RV park has saw a substantial increase. We are doing improvements to that this week with some gravel and some turns that we're helping out that way. So those are the items, and if we had a few pictures, just wanted to look at a couple of things. UKC Winter Classic, 31 states were represented, okay? That stayed a minimum of 4 days in Batesville, Mississippi. And this is something that I inherited, which I'm proud to say that they're coming back every year. We did not get the other part of it. They rotate that every 3 years, the one that was going to happen a couple of weeks ago. But this one got national coverage, and just a solid event here. The county and district livestock shows, definitely something that brings out a lot of participants from this area, but also a lot of moms, dads, grandparents, all that supporting what we do here. The monster trucks, that was theirs this year. Just some different things that they turned the Civic Center into a different setup this year, but had a great turnout there. Cherry Ball. This is amazing to me that we go from the Bill Lipscomb Rodeo into this in a matter of weeks, and had it not been for who I've got my back turned to, Snoop Benson and Gary Snyder and all that team, we would not get that done. And so thank y'all very much for that. And the ladies are coming back next year for us. That's the Lipscomb Rodeo. Got the pictures kind of flipped around, but again, another solid event here, coming back. This one, and I know people around the table that experienced the PFG Food Show and had a good time. Had the last numbers I got from them, around 1,500 customers and over 200 vendors from about 4 states that stayed in our town for about 3 days, with some nice per diems and expense accounts and all that, and stayed in our hotel. So that's what we're looking for, is stuff like that.
I think, Ronnie, that's one of the most unique things you do out there.
Thank you.
That food show.
Thank you.
I mean, it's really special.
It is. All right, let's go back. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Stan gained 5 pounds.
Probably, or more.
Oh, it's all good. I don't judge that. I told you to eat all you wanted to. On this right here, this is, PFG's right down the road from us, but I appreciate everybody that supports this. We need them coming back every year. We have other people knocking on our door. We want to keep them.
Yeah, we saw that.
We want to keep them off our porch. Not allowed. I've notified Dennis Darby on that. Make sure they don't show up. But yeah, PFG's solid for us. Big community supporter as well. A brand new gun show, the Huckleberry Gun Show. First time there. Nice footprint as far as what he did. I'm seeing numbers of around 900, 1,200 that attended that. So he's wanting to come back and continue doing some business with us.
I think that's all.
I think that's everything. And right now we have MacDon training that's out there. Where the big tractors, the IH and the John Deere implement training will be out there for 2 weeks. Walking track's closed. Oh, sorry, but
man.
they're doing training there, and they just want some privacy, and
Okay.
it's
They on the floor, right?
they're on the floor.
Yeah, they rent the
They
building.
rent the building and a bunch of equipment, a bunch of big tractors every day.
That's very good.
How long you gonna be closed on the walking track?
Till sometime next week. I'm not.
Oh, you let me know.
I would, but they just have requested some privacy.
Oh, they
We're
cool.
gonna give it to them. So, and then I have some approval that I need to do, 6 through 7 and 8. Any questions about anything that we looked at as far as events? Any feedback? before I get into the other part of it. I continue to be proud of what we're trying to do.
6, 7, and 8 are all approved for specs. Can we do that one?
Yes, motion by Jim, second by Stan. All in favor, motion carries. All right, you sit down.
And I have an executive session matter, but other than that.
Hey, thank you, Rodney, we're all proud of you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for the letter.
Yes, sir. It was all on you. He's fully loved.
Thank you, Mayor Board. I had a phone call a few minutes ago, and it's not in your packet, from the ladies at DAR, and they wanted to use the Indian Mounds for luncheon the 22nd of this month. And I don't need to remind y'all who they are, right?
They're the ones that donated $9,000 for our security and other things.
I'm married to one of them.
I don't know if she want to call me or not, but
You
can't call you. Miss Ruth called me.
You can't vote on this.
So I told her that I would bring it before y'all because we don't really allow any functions out there. But this is not really a function. It's they've helped us out there and donated some money to us. So
Hey, I ain't got no problem with it. Go with it.
Hey, I'm okay with it too. I just want everybody to feel good about it, because we don't want to open that place up as a commercial place to use it.
Yeah, it's not an event. It's not an event menu.
No.
Not at all.
they said they were going to bring their own tables out there. It's just a little small luncheon is all they wanted. The Boy Scouts are in the process of making us 8 picnic tables too, by the way, for out there, and they might be done in the next month or so.
I think you know kind of what we want and don't want out there. And this is something that probably fits the bill. But in the future, if you got something that you're not certain about, please bring to us before you let somebody do it.
I will.
Make the decision.
I will.
I just don't want to open that thing up, everything goes on. But this is different. I'll make a motion, Mayor, to move forward.
All right, motion by Stan, second by Dennis. All in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you. The other is, I've got 2 hires. Now, one of them, I haven't got his application yet. Terry's bringing it to me. Yeah, it's not my fault. That's executive session? Never mind. I got executive session.
Very good.
That's all I got.
Hey, I want to compliment you on the improvements that you're doing there. Also, we have a lot of pea gravel around the perimeter, and Heath is solving that issue and makes it look beautiful. But people walk through that pea gravel and it gets all out on the concrete, and therefore it's just a problem. But he's solved it, looks great. And then also I mentioned to you too that we've got lots of display items in the museum itself. Now, it's not open, but if anybody wants to take a look, you need to go out there because we're working on it. Got a lot of other great things we're thinking about, so it's moving forward.
Yeah, the stuff that he's talking about, I mean, there's a little bit done out there right now, but we're waiting on a shipment of pavers and stuff, so that's why it's just a piece of it done right now. So if you give me a week or so, hopefully we'll have all of it done.
I'm bragging on you because I know it looks good.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
That's all I got.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Mr. Mayor, can I have to go? I think y'all raised an interesting question. Y'all need to go ahead and be thinking about a policy to adopt for using the mound, just like you do for the little church, and not have to make it up every time somebody comes and makes a request. So
Ain't no
y'all
doubt
need
about
to give
it.
it some thought, and y'all can have one fixed up, and we'll do it just like we did the little church. So you'll know in advance what's allowed and not what's not allowed, instead of waiting till somebody has to do it. And then you gotta decide if that's something you want.
All right, we just added that to the little church, to the Episcopal church. It's a good thing.
Yeah, y'all, you need to have one, because you're gonna be asked, the more that gets, the more people know about it, the more you're gonna get asked for stuff
All
like
right,
this.
so we can have that ready to the next board meeting, I guess?
I don't know what y'all want.
Well, if you pattern it after the Episcopal church, I think that the little church would be just what we wanted.
Well, you gotta keep in mind, like the Boy Scouts, things like that.
Yeah, we got 3 or 4 that can use it pretty much.
Well, I'll just take that and I'll start
All right.
with the little church policy and be mindful
Well,
of the
you-
Boy Scouts used to do.
You know, you've got, I don't know, it's School, education, horticulture,
It's
you
different.
know,
It's a
you know, the school.
different animal.
Yeah.
Just give us something.
Sounds easy to me.
We'll try to adjust it.
Mayor, right?
I'll get some.
You don't want me to get on how I do this. All right, thank you.
Ash on something real quick. Hello, I'm Luke Benson, I'm your Public Works Director. We'll skip number one, we're going to take it to executive session. First, requesting permission to accept and approve a certificate of emergency purchase and repair for the front loader backhoe parts purchased from Stribling Equipment during the winter storm 2026 for $9,863.35. From back to fill out.
All right, motion made by Stan, second by Carl. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. See no opposition.
Thank you. Next, Blake, you want to come up and y'all want to have y'all get the paperwork for that Blake worked up for the sewer line extension out at Mount Olive. Y'all have a chance to review that?
They've got it, right?
Hey,
Okay, yeah, basically, I just did a estimate on extending gravity sewer over to the west corner of that 8-acre parcel that has been discussed, so.
But if we do this, it needs to be a contingency that this property is sold for that purpose, I think. I don't think,
I don't know, but I'm just telling you what it would cost to get there, and my only other recommendation would be that they get an easement across the south so they can be extended all the way in the future to Mount Olive Road.
How far is it, Blake? How far is this thing
It's
going?
around 600 feet,
600 feet.
just over that.
It's gonna be $50,000 to $60,000.
I mean, we're just using bid prices that if you bid it out, you know.
I'm kinda like the mayor, and if we're gonna spend that kind of money, something needs to go there. I don't know if that's possible or not.
well, I just think it's contingent on that property being sold and request for that.
Yeah, I mean, you asked me to do a cost estimate because there's potential for something that could go on there that may bring in revenue, so I'm just doing the cost
I
estimate.
guess my question is, when they, or whoever it is decides to build something there, then maybe we can do this. Instead of doing this before and hope they do it. Tom, does that make sense?
Yeah, but I don't know what they're expecting. I mean, I don't know what comes first, the chicken or the egg, so to speak.
That's where I'm at. I don't know
They
either.
They're gonna have utilities.
Well, I don't want to
I would-
spend $60,000 and nothing goes there.
I would say-
If somebody goes, if they go there with then there's plenty of time to get that sewer to there.
Who did the potential builder contact?
I didn't hear you.
Who did the person that's looking at building the business, who did they contact? Who asked the question?
I don't know that for that.
I believe it was Joe.
Yeah. Joe, I think, what is Joe?
He's hiding.
Joe.
There he is, right
Come on
there.
out here,
That's about, well, we'll talk about that in executive session.
Yeah,
Mayor.
okay.
Let's talk about that.
I've got the cost and
That's
I'll
another
probably
business.
something.
Let's talk about that in executive
All right,
session.
very good. All right, sir.
Ms. Brenda, would you like to come up? Sure. She's got some good news concerning our money.
I like having good news,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to money. So, as of right now, we have 4 projects that have been obligated, so you guys should be seeing that money coming into your account. I think, Shawnee, you said you have the pay mode. Okay. And we have 2 that are pending obligation. So the 4 that have already been obligated are for about $640,000. The 2 that are pending award is about $1.8 million. And that's your debris through, I think it was March 17th. So that puts us setting really good for your A and B, your emergency protective measures has all been obligated, police, fire, your EPM, and I'm currently packaging up your projects, but, because I know we still have one happening at the. So that's good news, and so now I'm going to start focusing on your completed, or your, I'm sorry, not your completed, but your permanent projects, which is going to be your lift stations, water wells, your gas facilities, stuff like that. So FEMA is wanting to start doing site inspections, so we'll be doing those soon. So, any questions? Like, I feel like everything's going, I wish every client would be like Batesville and as organized and.
So the loan conversation that came up, I'm talking to Miss Brenda and Laurel, both, since so many of our projects have been processed, we wouldn't benefit from the loan right now.
I don't see that you guys would benefit from it right now, only because they've already been obligated. So the money has already been obligated to you guys. You should be seeing this soon.
Good update.
Yeah. If down the road, I don't know if it'll be what's going to be happening with this loan. It's probably going to go pretty quick, but I think for the most part, you guys are sitting pretty good. So I don't think
And there's no deadline on it if we have to go in. Or the deadline is not a factor if we have to go back in 2 months from now because we haven't been paid.
Yeah, right. So.
It's just not a lot in that fund.
There's not a lot in the fund.
Yeah.
So, and I think they're putting caps on how much you can get, each applicant can get. But we've got, go ahead and look and see when that is obligated through. So first, pending award is through March 7th. So we still have from March 7th through today for your debris projects, and that's still going to be several $1 million. But, if something happens, get one of those in phase 4 soon, and you guys decide you want to get a loan against that, you can. But right now, I don't think it's anything to worry about.
Keep moving.
Yeah, any questions? Any questions for me?
Thanks for the update.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Next, I'm requesting permission to accept and approve certification of emergency purchase and repair parts purchased during Winter Storm 2026 from Gulf State Engineering Company for 20 horsepower pump in Sherwood Estate Lift Station for $32,375.
All right, motion made by Stan. Second by Dennis. Any further discussion? All in favor? Motion carries, no opposition.
I cannot remember who called me about this letter.
I'll be right back.
You may wait, Mayor?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I don't remember who contacted me about this last item, but somebody with Chick-fil-A had reached out and was asking about us possibly putting in a pedestrian crosswalk at Chick-fil-A crossing Covenant Drive.
Like this one over here.
Well, it was mentioned, I hadn't talked to anybody specifically from Chick-fil-A. Was it Joe that asked, Joe, did you ask me about this? You remember who this came from?
No, not the crosswalk.
I don't, I'm in favor of the crosswalk. I definitely think there needs to be one out there. But at this second, I'm not really in favor of putting a double speed bump out there. I don't know that we're there yet.
No.
Now, I'm not saying that, 2 months from now or something like that, once everybody gets open and we see how much foot traffic is actually going to be walking across the road, if there's a problem, we can do it. But definitely get the signs up and painting on the ground and get a real pedestrian crosswalk out there. So I approval to do that.
Would you need a motion?
Yep.
A motion.
Excuse me. All right, motion by Stan. Second by Carl. All right, all in favor? Thank you.
With no speed bumps. Just pedestrian crosswalk on the side.
Not yet.
Have you got a speed limit set?
About 15.
By order, it's set by order.
I mean, well, what are you gonna sit, I mean, there's a public street in there, and then there are other streets that are part of the shopping center, they're not public streets. I mean, you got to decide what's what, and you can say goes for a crosswalk, and have an ordinance that makes it enforceable. We just got to see where everything's gotta go, and whether it's public property or.
Well, the only place we're gonna put a crosswalk is across Covenant Drive.
Yeah, okay.
Somewhere there in the middle of it there.
From right there at
Chick-fil-A or something.
right at Chick-fil-A crossing the street, going over to the
And
shopping center.
Sooner or later, they're gonna dedicate all that to the city once the TIF thing starts rolling, so. It may work itself out, I just don't know right now what's public and what's private.
Is that street not a public street?
The one in there, I think, I don't know.
Covenant Drive?
Well, wait.
I thought when he paid that thing, he gave it to the city here.
I think Covenant Drive is.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
It's coming across the drive.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all have anything for me?
No, that side crosswalk you talking about, were you talking about building a nice one, like over here in front of you, Rick?
Not now.
No, sir, not now.
Oh, if you did it.
We're talking about the stripes on the ground,
Yeah.
some signs up
Okay.
on each side of it. and,
Put light
and some lighting.
Okay. Just wondering.
I do not have an update on, I've reached out to DeSoto County Electric Company, and they're supposed to be getting prices on the LED, NDOT approved LED fixtures for the interstate interchange. We were hoping to have those in yesterday or today, but we just hadn't heard back from the supplier. They do not make the LED fixtures that they have at the 269 interchange anymore. They're already out of date. But they're working on something comparable so that, that will still look the same and put out that much light and stuff. As soon as I have something, y'all will be the first to know.
Sounds good.
And TVA has 30,000, can't remember the numbers right off, but incentive for us to go through their program. And we're working on that. I've been in contact, signed the application, and we're looking for an engineer to sign off on it, really. So,
No one.
well, if they had their engineer.
Their engineer, I got
Their
you.
engineer.
All right, and another thing, Barry called me yesterday about big truck traffic on Covenant Drive, and Barry, what's that? House Carlson. I'm sorry, had Covenant on my mind. House Carlson. So I reached out to Looks Great Services, and their truck drivers have been communicated with to go around. So it should not be any more big truck traffic going through.
There's some of my guys are out there and they may stop and then they're like, well, these people are doing it, so,
Well, I figured to bring it up in here too, so everybody, we're here to talk about it. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Is anything cool? All right, next time up, we have to allow the claims, and you have that claims in front of you, and have a motion to accept or pay the claim. Made by Jimmy, second by Wiz. Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, motion carries, no opposition. Rodney Wolf, you're up. No, well, come on up and tell us about you and what you do. Were you here when the city approved setback?
I think I've been at everything you told me. I think I'm starting to get on the paper.
Well, it won't be much, then. Yeah, it might be low.
He's talking about earlier today.
So before I can get started here, I'm Rodney Wolf. I'm the plant manager of Lockers here in town. I appreciate y'all working with us on getting the Anderson building. Took a little bit of a task, but we got it done, right? So that's finally closed. Equipment went in the building today, 3 truckloads today, and there'll be another 2 truckloads tomorrow. So we're making progress rather quickly over there. So what you see in front of you is our next vision, right? So you just passed the offsets through the planning committee. So I'm assuming the sign will go up pretty soon here so the public will get to notice. But the bigger vision is to expand on Pearson Street. I kind of gave you the vision a little bit in that executive special meeting we had, but to go into detail, so we're looking to move across the street there and invest $15 to $20 million in the next 3 years. With that vision you see here, we got everything in blue is what I already currently own. The ones in yellow is the ones I need help with, right? So in order to make that vision happen, we need to take those parcels by whatever means possible, right? In order to grow to our vision. So our vision is to put 100,000 square foot warehouse across the road, a parking lot, a pavilion for our employees, a guard shack, and a corporate office. So,
Rodney, where are y'all with trying to get this property? Whatever, or where are you?
the one White House we've been trying to acquire for quite some time now. I think Joe probably has more detail on that. But Gaines was working on that the last I heard, and I don't know where that is at now. I know there was a proposal back, but I don't know if the proposal's been accepted yet.
What about the other two there?
The other two has not even been in the workshop.
Okay. Haven't even got to that yet.
Haven't even got to that yet.
But that's
So
what you want to get if you can.
that the White House, if that doesn't happen, I've totally got to stop completely, right? The other two parcels up here on the front is where Jimmy and I think Harold and Mr. Whitaker was in the meeting where we talked about potentially closing that road and making a whole Lockers compound. That's where those two other parcels come in. I can still do some of what I want to with that White House down there, but to do the complete vision, I would have to have 3 of those 4 parcels. Now that does, if I put the corporate office and the guard shack up there on there, I would want access to that road, because even with Keith and I walking it today to look at it before this meeting, you had 2 Dodge Chargers racing even before they got to the speed bump.
Don't surprise me one bit.
And then they got to the speed bump, and in between the speed bumps, they nailed it again with me and him standing there.
That's right.
So I think I'm doing a good job by offering the city, the opportunity to put 20 million in that area, clean it up. You got houses right there with baby strollers in the yard and everything else, and we're wanting to spend that kind of money to clean it up.
Well, let me say this for me right now. I'm going to do everything I can to help you do it. It'd be a blessing to get rid of some of that.
So this is where we're at with our vision. We're looking for you to help us, and whatever you can do to help us, we need to come to a decision pretty soon, right? And how do we move forward? We got some decisions to make. We got a powder coat line that's already on order that's $5 million, and I gotta have somewhere to put it. So it ain't a lot of time to wait on the grass to grow.
Well, the city is, we want to help you, and we've done our part on that little house, and then figured out a way to do it, so that's now back in someone else's hands, so we can't do anything with it. But whatever, Stan said, whatever we can do, I think we're all in agreement. We need you there, and want to help you.
I can give you an update.
Yes, sir.
The county is working to find a home in a better neighborhood, and a higher priced home in a better neighborhood to move the tenant into. And I think Keith's offered to pay for the move and also purchase the house if it's reasonable, and within reason. I think, and we're working to get that resolved that way. Eminent domain will take a year, but because that parcel of land has not been yet added to the industrial park. So they'd have to add that to the county would have to add that to their industrial park, and then they would have to take it through eminent domain. So there's a lot of legal stuff, but that is an option if the young man that owns the building doesn't comply. So either way, it'll get done, Rodney. And I wanted you to know. I mean, we're on text messages together, and we are going to get this done. I also stood up because is this a good time for you to show your longer term vision with the road, the change in the road?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just said it. So I mean,
I think everybody knows.
Do y'all know about that?
Yeah.
Okay, and the fire chief, are you good with that as well?
Changing the road.
It blocking the road so that, like, if you had to respond to something on Highway 6, you'd have to turn the street that you're on, turn down that street, go down towards Huron Smith, and then take a right and left to get out on Highway 6.
Oh, yeah, that shouldn't be.
it's the same distance.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
same thing.
I just want to make sure that
That's
was.
up to the city, I'm about, we take what routes we can get there. We'll get there as quickly as we can, so if they decide to close it, we'll take care of business.
Ronnie, I hope you can
I mean,
see
yeah.
everybody's willing to do whatever it takes.
So we, even if we close it, right, we plan on putting a knock box on each end to where you got access at any time, right, as well, so, and the city can have the same key, right, so, because we know you still have services on that street you gotta attend to. We're just trying to keep people from, at night, sometimes we have 18-wheelers parked on the side of that road, so by offsetting the fence, where we're gonna close it, it will allow the 18-wheeler to pull up and be out of the way, there'll be no traffic through there as well. Kind of cut back on the accident we had last year. Somebody spun out through there. So we're looking at all aspects that benefits us, benefits the city as well. It's a lot of tax dollars coming in by. I mean, our ultimate goal is to be a little over $100 million company in the next 4 years. That's a lot of revenue coming through here.
Well, we're gonna give you all the support we can here, this board, and get that house, and we'll move forward.
And I will say this: the state and MDA is putting out a brand new press release on the 11th, so it'll be in the probably, I'm sure, front page news next Wednesday. Not today, obviously, or tomorrow, but the following Wednesday. Big announcement, summing up Lockers, what Lockers is doing and what they plan to do. It's a great read. So, thank y'all for everything.
Any questions?
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
I appreciate what you do for the
Yes, sir.
community too. You didn't mention any of that, but they do, the Lockers does support the community with the fire department, schools, and other organizations, that you're very active in participation and assisting them with some of their needs.
So
we appreciate that.
Yeah, we're gonna, the Grace Place, I'm meeting with them this afternoon again. We're gonna donate 6 freezers to them from a company that we bought out of Collierville as well. So,
Well, it's important for the community to know what you're doing also.
thank y'all.
Thank you, Ron.
Yes, sir.
All right, Canova Partnership, you're up. They're gonna do that now? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I prefer.
That they're all those in executive.
Yeah, we need to do all those in executive.
About time to take a break, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually through. I was gonna run around the table right quick. Is anything, Stan, you said you had something?
I got one thing I want to bring up. It's not this or that, but in the last few weeks, we've had a couple of people come in here and talk that were not on the agenda. And going back to what he reads every meeting, at the first of the meeting, that's the way it's supposed to be. And so I just want y'all to know that, speaking for me, I want you to be on the agenda if you're gonna talk. And if not, if it happens again, I'm gonna call for, after speaking to Common about a point of order to not let that happen. I'm not trying to be ugly about it, I just want to go by the rules. And so, anyway, I just wanted to bring it up and let y'all know. It's happened twice in the last 3 meetings, and I hope it doesn't happen again. So, that's all.
All right, well, I brought it up twice, I'll tell you that. And I said, I asked this individual to come, and if the board had no objections, we'll let you come up and speak. And the board has no objection. So those were 2 that I invited and wanted to say something, and asked the board to say yay or nay, and the board had no objection.
Well, that's not the way it works, though, in my opinion. The way it works is you're supposed to be on the agenda.
Well,
I mean, if you're not on the agenda, then according to my counsel over here, you're not supposed to speak unless the board's live.
That's an easy fix though, because at the front of the meeting, we approve the agenda. If we do it then, that's an easy fix.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want that to get started. we went through this a few years ago with people during the meeting raising their hand, wanting to talk and this, that, and the other. And the other board, previous board, voted unanimously to stop that. And it's been going really good ever since. And what happened is not that big a deal, but I just want to try to go by the rules, that's all.
All right, anybody else? We're gonna, anything in this?
I just got a personnel question, but for executive.
All right, then, have I missed anybody?
Hope not.
All right, then I think we'll consider closing this meeting to go into, consider executive session. All right, motion made by Stan.